After sitting idle for over 2 months, Top Thrill 2 is possibly on a path towards reopening again. We will share the details we've recently learned of some apparent new activity with this troubled roller coaster and its trains in this video. If you aren't familiar, Top Thrill 2 is a revamped version of Top Thrill Dragster, which operated at Cedar Point from 2003 to 2021, at which point it was closed because it seriously injured a guest who was waiting in the queue. A metal bracket detached from a train and struck the guest in the head. Following this serious incident, the coaster was closed until 2024, at which point it was reopened as Top Thrill 2. Cedar Point contracted Zamperla to add a 420-foot reverse spike and replace the original hydraulic launch with a multi-pass LSM magnetic swing launch. In addition, Cedar Point bought Zamperla's new Lightning trains to use on the coaster. However, it only operated for a few days before some sort of issue was discovered on the trains, leading to the ride closing for an undetermined amount of time. It really is quite unfortunate to see this, because I've seen lots of enthusiasts, including viewers of this channel, who are excited to give this coaster a ride, but were unable to. Now, the closure first began back in early and mid-May. However, I don't think anyone actually expected the downtime to last for as long as it has. I think the general consensus was that perhaps a month was the longest the coaster would be closed, but now here we are, in July, with the coaster having not cycled or tested in 2 months. There have been sightings of all kinds of different activities occurring, such as the wheels and wheel bogies being removed and then reinstalled, then removed again, I believe, and the trains also being covered and uncovered. Some of these details actually led to speculation that the trains were going to be shipped back to Zamperla for extensive modification, but I do not believe that ever occurred. In addition to all of this, the attraction was actually tested while the park was closed about 2 months ago, which really gave me some hope that it could open soon. In fact, I thought that it could be only 2 weeks until this coaster opened after that testing began. But then, Top Thrill 2 again went dark, and it did not again test for that entire time, and the trains sat with the wheels removed for a period of time. However, I can now inform you that Top Thrill 2's trains are now sitting with both their wheel assemblies and wheels attached to the train. A friend of the channel recently visited the park and sent us these pictures of the trains. As you can see, all of the wheels of the trains appear to be installed again. We were also informed that there are a number of Zamperla employees working on the trains right now, so I'm getting hopeful they are getting close to a solution. Also, videos have emerged of the coaster being cycled outside of park operating hours, which is perhaps the most positive sign yet. Now, I am not an expert by any means on the operation of roller coasters, but perhaps someone like Ryan the Ride Mechanic would be able to give us his thoughts on these new developments. Remember that at one point this attraction also had new wheel assemblies installed, which were much more overbuilt than the previous ones, namely on the part which connects the guide wheels, which are on the side, to the road and upstop wheels, which are on the top and bottom of the track respectively. This confirmed the rumors that something with the wheels or wheel bogies was the issue, or at least one of the issues. But there were also rumors that the wheels themselves were being overstressed, and I'm not sure if that was ever confirmed in any way. These wheels at least appear to be the same visually, so it at least seems that they were not the problem and not modified. But again, we can't exactly tell too many details from this distance. Hopefully, the park and Zamperla are able to find a solution to get it open before the end of the season. The park's spokesperson, Tony Clark, did state in an interview a while back that this would not be an all-summer closure, but that was pretty much the last official statement we've received from the park. Some are calling this coaster a failure, but I think if they are able to open it before the end of the season and operate it reliably after that, it won't be a failure. Remember, the original Top Thrill Dragster was not reliable at all, and would experience downtime quite frequently, and it also suffered from its fair share of issues in its opening season. Also remember that other coasters, such as Fury 325 at Carowinds, have suffered similar periods of extended downtime. That coaster was speculated to open within a month of its closure due to a structural failure, but didn't open until 2.5 months after. Obviously, that coaster didn't have problems when it opened like Top Thrill 2, so it is a little different, but they are still kind of comparable in my opinion. And that will do it for this update video on Top Thrill 2. If you have any thoughts about our video or this attraction, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and as always, thanks for watching.